Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my small and simplified nutrition mini course where you will learn all you need to know about nutrition in the simplest way possible to be able to reach your goals and understand what, how, and when to eat. This is your first video among many others about nutrition that you will receive. And today, we will start talking about calories and macronutrients. The words we always hear and some people don't really know what they mean. What is a calorie? Are all calories the same? Are some calories better than others? Well, first of all, a calorie is a unit of measurement used to measure energy. In the same way that a kilogram measures weight. It doesn't matter if it's a kilogram of paper or a kilogram of iron, it will still weigh the same. Same for calories. Whether it's 100 calories from donuts or from chicken, it will still be 100 calories and offer the same energy. So let's get that out of the way. A calorie is a calorie, alright? If you are trying to lose weight and you eat too many calories above your maintenance, you will gain weight whether you consume them from chicken or from donuts. You will have too much energy and will then stock it and gain weight. It's simple. So if you are trying to lose weight, the most important rule to follow is a caloric deficit, which means eating less than what you burn. As simple as that, guys. Now, can you eat 1500 calories only a day but all from pizza and still lose weight? Yes. Is it ideal? No. Why? Because pizza is a caloric dense food, which means you are eating less food per calorie. It has more calories per surface than a broccoli, for example. Like 1 kilogram of paper has more surface than 1 kilogram of iron. Nevertheless, the most important thing will still be being in a caloric deficit. Consuming less energy than what you used. If you absolutely want to eat a pizza a day and you are in a caloric deficit, you can do it and still lose weight. As simple as that, guys. But when you want to lose weight and you're on a diet, you will want to make sure you are eating as much as you can, rather than having one bite of a thing you love like pizza and not being able to eat again. I'd rather have 10 salads that will keep me full than one small pizza, even if they will both have the same calories. And that is a way to make the diet easier for you and more sustainable without having you dying of hunger and hating your life. Now, does it mean your diet will only be lettuce and cucumbers and super boring? Of course not. You can enjoy almost anything that can be picked, grown, or killed in the nature. In the right quantities, of course. A nice dinner can be a nice piece of lean top sirloin steak, a baked potato, and a nice salad. And that will all give you around 600 calories, give or take. Not boring at all. A nice omelette full of veggies with a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, and a delicious Mediterranean-style chicken breast, along with sauteed veggies in the evening. If you're still hungry, add a snack. Some 0% Greek yogurt with berries and a dash of cinnamon on top. Options are endless, and all those meals a day in the right quantities will still keep you under 2000 calories. All about making the right choices, guys, and prioritizing low calorie dense food. Veggies and fruits also have a lot of fiber, so they will fill you up more than starches. It is then a smartest decision to make when wanting to lose weight, because carbs and fat are easier to overeat, so you want to be careful not overdoing them, whereas proteins tend to be harder to overeat. So to resume, if you want to lose weight, think first that you need to be in a caloric deficit before thinking about protein, fats, and carbs. And that is the first and most important step. Click on the link to find out how much calories you need to maintain and eat at around 500 calories less a day. No need to go on crazy starvations because it will cause drawbacks. So 500 calories deficit is perfect to help you lose that fat slowly without suffering, hating yourself, and causing any drawbacks. Do it slowly but surely and keep that weight off for good. Once you figure that number out, you can now choose your favorite food sources as long as you are meeting some guidelines. Same thing for people trying to gain weight and put muscle on. You can eat all the protein and all the chicken you want, but if you are in a caloric deficit, you will not be able to put any weight on. Start with around a 500 calorie surplus and let your body grow slowly instead of adding too much calories and put too much fat on. You would have to add some caloric dense food in your diet while still respecting some guidelines also. So it doesn't mean that you can eat pizza all day long, because you will be putting more fat than muscles in that case. Now let's talk about macronutrients, and that is where the calories composition will change. There are two major groups of nutrients in foods: macronutrients and micronutrients. Macro means big, and they are called so because our body needs a big amount of them. We are talking about proteins, carbs, and fats. Every gram of protein and every gram of carbs has 4 calories, and every gram of fat has 9 calories. Micro means small because even though they are crucial, we need smaller amounts of them, and the micronutrients consist of vitamins and minerals, which we will see in our next video. Now, 100 calories from chicken will affect your body differently than 100 calories from donuts. 100 calories of chicken will have more protein, whereas 100 calories of donut has more fats and carbs. They are still both 100 calories, but will affect your body differently. Now, does it make a huge difference when in a caloric deficit and wanting to lose weight? In the super short term, it might not. But yes, generally speaking, it does make a huge difference, guys. Not only in terms of health, because chicken is way healthier than donuts, but even in terms of losing weight and attaining your physical goal, even though in both cases, you are consuming the same amount of calories. Now you will think, how come if I'm eating the same calories of 100, for example, calories of each of different food, how come they will affect my weight loss? Well, first of all, there is something called the thermic effect of food, and that is the energy required for the digestion and absorption of nutrients. In other words, the calories or energy needed to digest those calories you are eating. Protein has a high thermic effect of food of around 25 to 30%, whereas carbs 5 to 10% and fats only 3 to 5%. So eating 100 calories of protein will result in 70 calories after digestion, whereas 100 calories of mostly carbs and fat will be at around still 95 calories after digestion. So basically eating more protein keeps your metabolism high and keep you burning more calories daily. Plus protein is really satiating, so it will keep you fuller longer and lower your hunger hormones and then prevent you from snacking in between meals. Also, protein builds and maintains muscles, and the more muscles you have, the more calories you will burn daily. 1 pound of muscle burns 7 to 10 calories a day, as opposed to 2 calories for a pound of fat. So the more muscles you have, the higher your metabolism is, and the more calories you will burn. And proteins are crucial since they are the building blocks of muscles. So keeping your protein intake high is a very smart thing to do when trying to lose some fat. Have some in every single meal and aim for at least 1 gram to 1.5 gram per pound, depending on your weight. Around 35 to 50% of your total calorie intake should come from protein. Now, of course, you will also consume fats and carbs. Fats are essentials and we need them for our hormones function and overall health, so aiming at around 20 to 25% of your total calorie intake is a pretty good start. You'll want to take a deeper look into which fats you are consuming, but that is another story. And finally, carbohydrates, which are our body's main source of energy, and they can make those last 25 to 30% to start with, and then adjusting on how active you are. This is just an example, guys. It does not have to be this way. Some people function super well on high fats, high proteins, and no carbs at all. Other functions better on high carbs and lower fats. It is something that you will figure out on your own, and you will be able to adjust as you go in the diet. One thing for sure is that you will always need around 1 gram to 1.5 gram per body weight of protein a day toward the higher range of that interval, and once you found that right amount for you, it should stay stable. You can then play with your carbs and fat depending on how you feel better, while always keeping a minimum of fats in your diet for health purposes. As long as your protein is stable and your total calories are the same, playing with your fats and carbs won't change much. so you can have more freedom in that regard. Now, for hard gainers and people struggling to put weight on, like I said, you need a caloric surplus, and eating protein is way harder than eating carbs or fat, and will keep your metabolism higher and keep you burning a lot, which is not what you need. Most think that they need to add protein to gain muscles, but if you are in a caloric deficit, you are not allowing that protein to do its job, and it's used for energy rather than building muscles. So in that case, you will want to drop a bit your protein and increase your carbs. Keep your protein at around 0.7 to 1 gram per body weight max and push your carbs up. For those people, consume most of your carbs from easy to digest starches such as white rice, white potatoes, and even white bread or pasta if you have no tolerances. Those starches are easier to eat than oatmeal and brown rice, for example. They will help you keep your muscle glycogen full and spare proteins and allow those proteins to do their job. Because your metabolism is so high, then it's starting to burn through those proteins for energy. So add your carbs, add your calories, and lower your protein, and let your body use those proteins in the right way to build muscles instead of using them for energy. Don't overdo fiber neither in your case, because they will keep you fuller longer. Hopefully it was simple and clear, guys. Last thing I want to do is make it even more complicated. We saw that calories are a unit to measure energy, and that a calorie deficit is crucial for a weight loss and a calorie surplus crucial for weight gain. It will always comes down to that simple equation, calories in, calories out, although our body will react differently to the different macronutrients, and we saw how we can use them to optimize our results. Check our next videos where we will talk about micronutrients and how huge they are in terms of helping you reaching your goals. See you soon. Ciao.